After much contemplation, I'm back at the same place again, still doing the knocking noise and still juddering like a bitch, even though I've replaced the disc and the brake pads and the bearings. Do you know what's funny? 1 minute. There is my dog, sulking because I can't let her out here. If you're a regular watcher, Pip, my little Jack Russell, used to come wandering out here and sit with me. Unfortunately, her being 7 months today, she wouldn't stay with me. Maybe when she's older. Anyway, jack up, wheel off. I'm gonna take the brake pads out. I went to a food festival in Chelmsford the other day. A few other American motors there, another guy with a truck like this, and he said he had the same sort of thing with his brakes. Now, on the brake pads themselves, they've got like little wings, as it were, and there's about 4mm, and I tapped them down here with a hammer, and it was better. He's saying take them off, bang them right down so they fit snug, bring the brake caliper out a little bit, put loads of grease and push it back in, then wad it absolutely full of copper grease everywhere, and then put it all back. Make sure you don't get it excess onto the actual discs and pads themselves. So that's what I'm going to do today. Take them off, put them in a vise, tap them down without damaging anything. That's always difficult, so I'm going to put rag around them, stop damaging anywhere. Tap them down as much as I can so they fit really snug. Because in theory, what he's saying was right. If they're moving, the pads in there, every time I'm braking, and no, not ABS, but lightly, they will move. And that's why I'm getting this braking balance. And it's not right, and it's not very nice to drive and a whole vehicle shake. I do love my lights, however. Someone mentioned about putting a relay on there. I did a video recently about putting LED lights on the front, and yes, I've got a relay on there. I just didn't show it there. I just said fuse it, but the word right, get a relay. And that's what I've done. Right, let's get this vehicle up. You can stay with me and watch it all. Let's get you down to my height. Nice new disc, brake pads, but watch. Can you hear that? I mean, it's just moving all over the place. I bent these in, but look at them. Do you know? And this is the problem I really think there is. So I'm going to pop these back out. This is quite easy actually. You just get that in there, tap them out. This comes off, secure it over there, and you've got the brake pads there. I mean, it's still got loads of copper grease on that I put on there, but it's just not right. I'm not happy. Let's get on with this. So I've got my two brakes, got my sledge. Now, I was going to do this in the shed, and I realised that I'd have to keep going back and forth. So as we are now, I'm literally just going to tap them down if I can. Now, there's a lot harder to do on the caliper, and these ones, they've got a little wing, so I'm going to see if I can just tap them straight. Because these have got about 4mm as well. Not clever at all. I mean, at the end of the day, they might move out again, I don't know. But if I can just spread these out a little bit. Anything to stop the massive movement we have now, and then put the copper grease as well. So let me get on with this. Keep test fitting them in here and seeing where they go, and make sure they're nice and tight, and then do all the greasy bits that I'm going to do. So, and hopefully this will then run lovely. I mean, the bearings I put in, that's beautiful, that is. And she does roll really well. It's just so odd. Nothing under here is loose, and I mean nothing, and yet it sounds like a bucket of nails. And I have to think it's these bashing around, I really do. So, let's get on with it. So, after lots of wax, I managed to get these quite tight, very tight. And I managed to push these down a bit by tapering them. Now, there was a good 4mm gap before, and now it isn't, quite tight, and they fit on really well. So I put them on now. Smothered copper grease. I've copper greased round here and the runners as well. Let's get it all back on and see what movement we got now when we turn it. They're tight. as you remember before, but they would rattle up and down like a bitch. Now they don't. So we get this on. I've done these bits as well. These are little pins, and literally socket, just push them straight. You've got to get the two little clips in. I'm going to clean these up and put them in as well, because they are quite tight. They have to go small bit down, big bit up. Okay, so when doing that, small down, small up. Okay, let's put this back in. Let's see what it goes on like. So, really short video, adding this to my little F150 collection. Now listen. And that's the caliper all the way back. There's a new brakes. It's a little bit, not, you know, mega tight when you're talking about a 2-ton truck with these massive 31-inch wheels, but that is not moving at all now. They didn't crimp too easily, you know, so there's still some stability there. And I can't imagine them pushing back out again. So we're going to do the exact same on the other side, and then we're going to go for a drive. And then we're going to see if this cures this braking balance, and whether it cures the knocking noise as well. Hopefully, because say there's so little under here to go wrong. You've got my Audi, and it's got about 6 different bushes and suspension parts and cross members and else. This you couldn't get much more simple. Steering rack, 1 bar back here, suspension. See how easy it is to jack these up though. Anyway, there we go. So let's just listen to this now. And I'll tell you now, that would have gone click, clunk, click, clunk, click, clunk. We're going to jack the other side up, and you're going to hear that. And then that's amazing. That is an amazing difference. Let's hope it works. Can you hear that cracking noise? So that's what we're going to get rid of. Because when you go over a bump, it literally sounds like that. You know, and it sounds like a bucket of nails, and that's definitely it. So we're going to do exactly the same as we did the other side and get rid of it. And there we go, job done just like the other side. No noises. Have to go for a test drive now. Thank you so much for watching this channel. Hopefully this is a fix. Move on to the next problem. Well, they'll have little problems when they get 30 years old, don't they? Take care.